LaDainian Tomlinson, the Hall of Famer, NFL Network analyst who joins us. Does that kind of fit Andrew Luck? He'd be driving a Honda Accord?
I guess so. Whatever floats his boat, I guess.
What did you have your rookie year? What did you drive your rookie year?
I had a Navigator.
Oh, okay.
I had a SUV, and Honda Accord. I mean, I would think that would be for your kids, because most people are not going to get their kids, even if you drive. Say a celebrity drives a BMW or what have you. Mm-hmm. Most celebrities I know, when their kid turns 16, they start driving, they get them a Honda Accord or something like that. I can see that, but your girlfriend, I don't know about that. I don't know how long she sticks around.
Which teammate had the craziest car, the most expensive car in your career?
Let's see. Man, we had some guys that had Ferraris, and probably I think Junior Seau at that time had, he had the nice cars. He had been in the league. He was an all-pro, making a lot of money. So when I first got there, I think Junior was, driving around in sports cars and whatnot. But at one time, I had a Lamborghini deal. Ooh. And so I was driving around these different Lamborghinis in San Diego. So that was pretty fun.
Does Phillip Rivers have a school bus, considering he's got his 9th kid on the way, LT?
Yeah, I know. It's amazing. Congratulations to Phillip Rivers, by the way.
Yeah.
I mean, I know he used to, his wife she did have the, kind of the soccer van, because she had all those kids that she had to haul around. I don't know what she's driving now, but I would assume it has to be some type of van, right? I mean, a bus, a bigger bus.
I think so.
Maybe got her a Sprinter. A Sprinter would be nice.
Well, shuttle service there with Phillip Rivers. All right, let me start with last night with your Chargers. How big was that win?
That was a huge win. Especially obviously they're trying to keep pace with the Chiefs, but in Pittsburgh, where both of those teams pretty much evenly matched, and it's always a tough place to play. In addition to not having Melvin Gordon and not knowing exactly what the offense was going to look like without him, you got to be happy for Justin Jackson because he really stepped up last night and helped that team. But I thought the second half was the difference. The defense really started to get a hold of what Pittsburgh was doing and started to make some plays. Joey Bosa, Derwin James, those guys really came up big when the Chargers needed them.
What was your reaction when you heard the Chiefs released Kareem Hunt?
I wasn't surprised, Dan. I just, in today's world, if you do something like this, you certainly can't lie about it. You got to put it all out there on the table and give the organization an opportunity to do their due diligence with the truth in mind. But you certainly can't lie, and I understand why the Chiefs did what they did, because when you lie, you just make everybody look bad, including yourself. And you see that's what happened. Once the video came out, the Chiefs had no idea that this happened the way that it did, because obviously Kareem Hunt kept some of what the details away from them.
What would you? How would you advise him to proceed?
Well, I would tell Kareem to he needs to obviously get help. He needs to work on himself and try to understand why this truly happened within himself. Not the fact that he regretted the decision and he put himself in a bad decision. Why did he get so mad to the fact that he felt like he had to hit a woman? Why? And he didn't answer that question. So I would say he needs to work on himself, get some help, go talk to someone, find out truly what made him get so mad that he felt like he had to do that.
He's LaDainian Tomlinson, the Hall of Famer, working for the NFL Network, and you can see him tonight, NFL Total Access at 6 Eastern. Also, every Sunday at NFL Game Day Prime at 11:30 p.m. Eastern with Deion Sanders. Did Mike McCarthy deserve to be fired?
I think it was time, Dan. That relationship, obviously, with him and Aaron Rodgers had run its course. And we've seen this coming. The relationship was too fractured to repair it. And once that happens, you see it affects the entire football team. When Aaron Rodgers, your best player, is not happy, and he speaks out in the press conference about your play calling, that's an issue. That is a true issue, and it affects the entire locker room. And you saw that they just couldn't go any further. So, at this point, I wish they could have made it to the end of the season, because I expected that he would get fired. I certainly don't like, someone to get fired during the season. I don't like that. That doesn't look good. But at the same time, I think it was warranted. It was time for a change, and I think the Packers did the right thing.
How much blame does Aaron Rodgers deserve?
Well, certainly he deserves some of the blame, but at the same time, what are you giving Aaron Rodgers to play with at this point? I mean, when you look at this roster, it's filled with a bunch of second and third year players at the skill positions. When we talk about out on the perimeter, in addition to guys like Devontae Adams and Randall Cobb, who else is out there? It's a bunch of second-year, first-year guys. And even on the defensive side of the ball, the defensive back position, a lot of rookies and second-year players, and you just can't win games like that because those guys haven't been together long enough. And for so long, the Packers have expected Aaron Rodgers to be, Superman and pull them out of bad situations and go on the run. Well, when the cupboard is bare, you simply, at some point, you can't continuously do that. He just don't have enough talent around him.
Who goes further, the Rams or the Chargers?
I think they both make it to the Super Bowl. I really do. I said that early in the season, and a lot of people think, I was being a homer. But I just look at these two football teams. They're complete football teams. And I think their road to the Super Bowl, they both can go on the road and win. It certainly looks like at this point the Rams could have home field advantage, and the Chargers will have to go on the road. But I think they're determined to be able to go to a hostile environment like the Patriots, or you seen last night the Steelers, or even Kansas City, and win those games. I think it's possible, and I think we see both L.A. teams in the Super Bowl.
How many touchdowns did you have total in your career?
I think that would be 162.
Okay. How many footballs did you keep from those 162?
Probably about, probably close to 100.
And where are they?
They're in my house.
I know, but are they displayed?
Well, most of them are. I haven't found a place for all of them, of course. And so, no, some of them are in plastic bags, just kind of sitting around in the garage.
Like, is there a touchdown that you're not really that proud about that maybe you could put it on display here in the man cave? Like there's this one you go, you know what, I just walked in. I didn't do anything, and I got a touchdown.
That's possible. Are you asking me for a game ball, for a touchdown ball?
Yeah, but it can be a crappy touchdown that you score. It doesn't have to be like anything.
There are no crappy touchdowns, Dad. All of the touchdowns are very important.
How about one with the Jets?
It's hard to score a
come
touchdown.
on. Like, what, with the Jets. I mean, those didn't really matter.
It did matter. They added to that 162. No, I can do that, though. I mean, for you, Dan, we've been great friends for a long time, and you've been asking me for the Minnesota Vikings jersey, which I found when I moved to my new house. I found it. But I think a football is something that I can provide for you.
Now, nobody asked for the Vikings jersey because you didn't play for the Vikings. They just gave you a jersey, right?
Of course, yes.
Yeah, and so I thought of all the great things you could have from LaDainian Tomlinson, I wanted the Vikings jersey that you never actually.
Man, but it looks so sweet. That Vikings purple, it's almost like the TCU purple.
Yes.
With the Tomlinson on the back.
Yeah.
That it looks pretty.
Did you
sweet.
frame that? Is that framed in your house?
It's not framed yet. It's not. I will admit, but it's going up in my house because it's a collector's item at this point.
Oh, I know. But you should roll around in the backyard, get some grass stains on it.
Yeah, right.
And then they'll go, "Oh, you played for the Vikings?"
Yeah, one game.
Yeah, they gave me a jersey here. Hey, it's great to talk to you. And if I don't talk to you, happy holidays to you and the family. And thanks for joining us.
Thank you, Dan. Happy holidays to everyone.
That's LaDainian Tomlinson, Hall of Famer.
For more Dan Patrick Show, tune to Audience Channel 239 on DirecTV or download the Dan Patrick Show app.